Hello, we are Liz and Jamie.
And we live on a boat with a cat.
In the last episode, we hauled Esper out at PSS Shipyard in Satun in order to start fixing the repairs from the accident. We had 2 weeks in which to get everything done before the next spring tide. Halfway through the journey, I have to visit the UK, and so we leave Jamie on his own.
Honey! Honey! Come on! Come on, Smudge! Hello! Okay, let's get you some food.
With me back in England, Jamie is left to fend for himself in the shipyard. Fortunately, he has a few friends to hang out with: Honey, Misty and Smudge.
Okay, 2 very hungry cats. Still got a little bit of a patch there, so I put some more stuff on, but otherwise he's looking very well and his eyes have all cleared up. Come on, Misty. Come on. There's no room at the table at the moment, Mist. Okay, maybe there is. Good girl. Can you hear that purr? I can hear that from here. Just checked the fuel and just got another 100 litres of diesel in jerry cans, which I've decanted into the fuel tanks. We don't have a fuel gauge, so my fuel gauge is my eye and an inspection hatch in the tanks. So I'll show you what that is. That's this here. I don't know how much you can see, not bloody much, but we've used at least half our diesel, which I actually found quite surprising. I need to do some calculations because I would have thought we'd have used 1/3 of our diesel. But I guess we've been doing a lot of motoring and not much sailing, as you will have noticed on the video clips, which is extremely frustrating. And diesel in Thailand is much more expensive than diesel in Malaysia. So anyway, I am going to have to get another 100 litres. That's 200 litres I've put in the boatyard by the time I've left, and I still don't think it will have topped up. We only carry 350 litres, so yeah, right, well, at least that's checked, done and sorted, and one less job to worry about. I've had the stainless guy Jung on today, just looking at a couple of bits on the spray hood. It's not very interesting really. And I've got to go into town now and do some shopping because I'm going to have possibly 5 people sailing with me, so I better start provisioning. We're leaving in 2 days. Macro, cash and carry. Everyone knows Macro, don't they? It's a huge superstore. Well, big for this part of the world anyway. It's pretty well stocked. Cash only though. A little bit annoying. Means we've got to get cash out. Let's go and provision. "18 hours before we leave." It's Thursday afternoon and I've just put in the remainder of the fuel, and the woes continue. I have just discovered a leak in the fuel filler pipe, which is this here. Fuel tank, fuel filler pipe, and there we go. So obviously there's a whole load of fuel sitting in the horizontal of this pipe, and that hole is literally right on the edge there, just underneath. It's filling up the cavity between the 2 tanks. I mean, if I let it run, there's probably only going to be another ½ litre or so, but pain in the arse at the 11th hour. Not sure what to do. Tried amalgamating tape and that didn't work. I might nip into town, see if I can get some emergency putty which is used to fix leaks on fuel leaks on cars. There's a place in town, so I might have to go in. That will be the third time I've been into town today. It's just typical, isn't it? Of course, the alternative is that I change the pipe. I could change the pipe, but as you can see, it goes in underneath all of this, which I can't get to. Can't get to it under there. It's not a job that can be done in 5 minutes.
The pipe continues to leak throughout the afternoon, so after work, Jamie takes a stroll through the yard, soaking up the atmosphere of workers enjoying their downtime.
So this is the new parking lot of PSS, somewhere to put all their bikes and their cars, of which there are many. But really it's a playground for the kids that live around here. There's a lot going on this evening. Foul. Hello, young man. This man's quite famous. I think we know you, don't we? We've seen you before. And you have grown. Now, if you remember, this is the little boy that inspired Bean of Sailing Yacht Totem to do a fundraiser for toys for the children that live here. Back then, he was a tiny little kid. He could barely walk. But look at him now. He's so grown up. We call him Little Buddha. It's been raining the last few days. It's been pretty shitty actually. So this evening, you see that sky there. Wonderful evening. And this man will be helping us drop in tomorrow. I'm not sure what he's doing. But he's one of the guys that works on the cradles, so he'll be helping us launch tomorrow. Okay, so update Millie. What's happening? Yeah, okay. I think it's stopped. Oh, maybe it hasn't actually. Look at that. There's about, it's only about a litre actually. It's only about a litre that's leaked, but we have this little leak here, which I thought was coming from a split pipe here. There's a possibility that maybe it's the sealant around the top of the tank. And I should add, the only reason why we know this is leaking is because we have filled the tanks up, and we don't do that often. So this is something we only do twice in a year, is to fill the tanks up, and that's why we've only just noticed this problem. Blah 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 blah. So Millie, it looks like it's just you and me. We're going to go to Taratau and then Kolipi with our friends, and then after that it's just you and me. Is that okay? Can you do that? I think we can, can't we? We're perfectly capable of sailing the boat on our own. You're pretty confident, aren't you? Okay, it's now 10 o'clock at night, and I'm actually just getting really pissed off with this whole situation. It's supposed to be going off tomorrow, and the reason why I'm particularly annoyed about this is because I said that I would give over the cabin for Julie and Gia to stay in, and I want them to experience the joys of living on a boat, and not the nasty experience of living on a boat. I just want them to have a bit of fun on the sailboat. So the last thing I want them to experience is lying in a bloody cabin stinking of diesel. So this is a big garbage bag, rubbish bag full of kitchen towel. There's a bucket which has got about, I don't know, a litre or half a litre of diesel fuel. It's all very horrible, but to top it all off, Millie has gone and done a great big poo in her bucket as well. I mean, bless her, we have trained our cat to use the toilet, but whilst we're in the boatyard she has to use the litter tray. She doesn't like it, I don't like it, it smells, it's horrible, but what smells worse? Leaking diesel or cat poo? Friday morning, launch day. Looks like the lads are getting the fishing boat moved. I don't know if he's going in today, but anyway, he was there. That's where we've got to go. And my first crew member's just turned up. Now, if you guys watched our refit video and saw us go fishing on the squid boat, this is Dan. Hooray! Dan's doing a fantastic job of getting these decks clean because they're filthy, so good work, Dan. Those who've seen the refit videos will have seen this before. This is Esper having just moved from her position over there, and up there is the shed that contains the engine that runs the cables on this pulley system. So they've moved Esper over into the central track, which runs down there to the river, and what they have to do now is turn these wheels around 90 degrees. If you remember on the refit, these wheels hadn't moved for a year and it took them 2 hours to turn them because they got stuck. Wow. This is Tualek, whose wedding we went to when we were last here.
As the yard jacks the cradle up, Jamie catches up with Bobby.
This is Bobby, or Bobby's Pizza, Satun. Bit of advertising for you, Bobby, but of course everyone knows Bobby already. Bobby, not only did he win our competition, winning a t-shirt, he also did this fantastic pizza, which you'll have seen now. So this is the genius behind that creation. So Bobby, here is your Esper t-shirt.
Okay, thank you very much, Jamie. Muchly appreciated.
I know, grey's your colour.
There you go. I shall proudly wear that in the pizza shop, so you'll be seeing that logo from now on.
Well done.
Thank you very much. Cheers. And all the best on your voyage.
So, crew on board, and we're moving. Getting a sense of deja vu here. The boat will move like this, so what might happen is one side of the boat may go towards the brick wall, in which case there's some fenders at the front, they're the big balloons. Yeah. If you take one of those, just hang it over the side so that you can fend off between the brick wall and the boat.
Okay. Just put your hand. Although Gia, Julie, Dan and May have spent many a day and night on fishing boats, they've not been active crew on a sailboat before. As Esper slides down the yard, Jamie gives them a pep talk.
Even if it's an emergency, no running, just watch your feet and always hold on to something on the boat. Ideally the cables. These cables are nice and strong. So as you walk around the boat, you're kind of like a monkey. Always have one hand holding on. And then the biggest danger we have is the boom, which is this here. So when we get the sail out, obviously this thing is under a lot of pressure, a lot of force, and if we're not careful, the boom swings across, it will take the top of your head off. So always, as you walk between here and forward of the cockpit, keep your head down below this here. So always keep an eye on that. Okay. Yeah. That's about it really. 2 rules. Rule number 1, do everything I say. And rule number 2, have fun.
See you next week.
It must have been a strange sensation for Gia, who normally takes in this view from the opposite side.
Okay.
Navigation instruments.
Yes, lesson 101 in navigation. So this is called a chart, not a map. A map is when we're on land. Chart is nautical. So here we are. Here's the river, Chebelang. And you can see these are waypoints here, these blue crosses. Those are the waypoints I put in to follow. Okay? And you can see this black line, that's my track from when I came in. And with that, I take Gia, Julie, Dan and May down the river and out into the open waters for some fun aboard Esper. In the next episode, our Thai and Filipino crew show me how to fish, like properly, much to Millie's delight.
It's not moving, but it's still like food.
We celebrate Julie's birthday on the eve before a horrendous storm hits us, sending the wind monitor off the scale.
Flying to where?
Follow the bay.
Follow the way. From the bay. Follow the wood. For the border.
Out.